Assalamualaikum students and good morning to you all. Here we have the class of physics in class 9 and we have to study chapter number 3 today, which we have started previously. We have given 2 lectures from this chapter. It's our third lecture from this chapter. Before starting my lecture, kindly have your book, your lecture copy and stationery and your calculator as well nearby you. Now the topic which we have to start today, that is acceleration. Before starting acceleration, let me give you a review from the topic. Our previous topic was velocity. What is the velocity? That was, velocity is basically the change of displacement per unit time is known as the velocity, while the acceleration is the change of, we can define the acceleration as change of velocity. Here velocity is the change of displacement per unit time. Now acceleration is basically the change of velocity per unit time, or we can define it as rate of change of velocity. Both are the same things. Rate of change of velocity or the change of velocity per unit time is known as acceleration. Now there will be the acceleration can be positive, negative and zero as well. But now here, first of all, let me explain you the positive acceleration. I'm just symboling here the acceleration as A and having the arrow sign on the head of the symbol. Just this arrow sign is explaining you or that acceleration is a vector quantity. Similarly, the acceleration can be negative, acceleration can be uniform, and the last one, acceleration can be zero as well. These are the type of acceleration depends on the change of velocity, how the velocity is changing, or that the acceleration can be positive, negative, uniform and as well as zero. Negative acceleration is also known as the deceleration or retardation. Now we will move one by one on the type of acceleration which depend on the change of velocity. Now in the positive acceleration, if we will explain it first, suppose our initial velocity, if a body or of a car or any vehicle is moving, its initial velocity is 2 meter per second, while the final velocity which we are mentioning it as V2, that is 4 meter per second. At that is the time which is taken by when we noted the V1 first velocity. Suppose I am taking it as the 0 first. Now V1, which is the 0 meter per second, and V2 is the 4 meter per second. The time when there was 0 meter per second, the time was also 0 second. Similarly, when we noted the final velocity, the time was suppose 2 second. Now you can see V1 is 0 meter per second, V2 is 4 meter per second. When we noted first velocity, the time was 0, and then when we noted the final velocity, the time was 2 second. Now according to the formula, now here is positive acceleration. According to the definition, our formula for acceleration will be A is equals to delta V upon delta T. This smaller triangle sign is delta, which is the difference basically. Before explaining this thing, let me explain you what is delta V and what is delta T. Here delta V is equals to difference in final and initial velocity. Final and initial velocity, so we can write it as V2 minus V1. Our final velocity is V2 and our initial velocity is V1. If I will just find out the difference according to the given example in the delta V, that is delta V is equals to V2 is 4 and V1 is 0. So del V we have now 4. Means difference in velocity is, or the change in velocity is 4 meter per second. Similarly, delta T will be, that is delta T is equals to final time T2 minus T1. It will be, here T2 final time is 2 second and T1 second one time, let me take, it's T1 0 second and T2 is 2 second. That is delta T is equals to 2 minus 0 and del T is equals to 2 second. And here is del V is equals to 4 meter per second. If you will now calculate according to the given values, if you will calculate the acceleration, what will be the acceleration now? In place of delta V, we can write here 4. Here acceleration is equals to delta V upon delta T. In place of delta V, it will be, we will write 4 meter per second, while in place of delta T we will write here 2 seconds. 2 ones are 2, here is 2 twos are 4, and acceleration will be equals to 2. And now the unit for the acceleration is meter per second square. How it is second square? Because here is the second of velocity unit and here is the second of time unit. They both will be multiplied. When they both will be multiplied, it will be second square. So unit of acceleration is meter per second square, and now our answer is here 2 meter per second square. Now as the velocity is the vector quantity, similarly acceleration is also the vector quantity, as I have shown here the arrow on the head of the acceleration symbol. So acceleration is also acceleration is vector quantity. Now you can see the answer in the acceleration we have 2, and this 2 is positive. When the answer of acceleration is positive, it means acceleration will be considered as the positive acceleration. Answer is 2, answer is in the positive, it means positive acceleration. Another way, if I will explain you what is the positive acceleration, in the positive acceleration ever, the initial velocity is smaller than the final velocity. Here is the definition or the explanation for the positive acceleration. What is acceleration? Change of velocity per unit time. On the change of velocity, either is increasing or decreasing or uniform, we have 4 types of acceleration. First one is the positive. In this positive acceleration, initial velocity is higher than the final velocity. You can quote this statement in which I am explaining you, that final velocity will ever be greater than the initial velocity in positive acceleration. My sentence can be explained by this thing as well. Okay. Now we have another type of acceleration or the condition of acceleration, that is negative acceleration. Now we have the negative acceleration. I am not writing the complete spell of negative acceleration. It is also known as the retardation or deceleration. Okay. Now in the negative acceleration, let me explain you this with the help of example. There is a formula of acceleration, that is rate of change of velocity per unit time is known as the acceleration. It's the formula and its unit is meter per second square, or it can be write somehow as meter second inverse. Now what is deceleration, negative acceleration or retardation? Suppose a vehicle or a car is moving with a start, its initial velocity is 4 meter per second, while when it moves in the straight path, its final velocity gradually being decreased that is, its final velocity is suppose 2 meter per second. You can see here the initial velocity is higher while the final velocity is lower here. If we will find out the delta v here, we will find out the delta v and the time which is t1, that is equals to suppose it is 2 second. When it is started it is 1 second, and then when we noted the final velocity, the time that is t2 is equals to 3 seconds. Fine. If we have to calculate the acceleration, what we will do, we will first find out the difference in velocity or the change in velocity, that is delta v according to formula, and then we will find out the delta t, which is the difference in time. So what will be our calculation here, that is del v is equals to, according to our given information, that is v2 minus v1. Okay, I have written here v final and v initial, not to be worried, that is v1 and it is v2. Fine. Del v final, that is v2, and if you want to write v final, it will be okay as well. 2 minus 4, so del v is equals to minus 2 meter per second. 2 minus 4, it will here will be minus 2 meter per second. And now if we will calculate the delta t, which is equals to t2 minus t1, del t is equals to t2 we have 3 minus 1, or del t we will be having the 2 second. If I will calculate the acceleration of this given information, according to formula, acceleration is equals to del v upon del t. When we will put the value of del v, that is minus 2, and divided by del t, we have now 2 second, and here is minus 2 meter per second. 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. Your answer is here now minus 1 meter per second. Now if the answer we have in negative, at this time we can see we are getting here the negative acceleration. When the acceleration will be negative, or the answer of acceleration is negative, we can see the type of acceleration is being here the deceleration, or we can say the vehicle or any body will slow down in its movement, slow down in its velocity. So in case of negative acceleration, the speed will be slower, or in the other way we can define the negative acceleration as, in the negative acceleration, the final velocity will be smaller than the initial velocity. And this one, final velocity is greater than initial velocity. In negative acceleration, final velocity will is smaller than the initial velocity. Now we have the means, you can see that according to the definition, acceleration, that is rate of change of velocity per unit time. You can see here the type of acceleration which I am explaining you here. There is a change of velocity, but here is a different condition in the change of velocity. So in the negative acceleration, final will be smaller than the initial, while in positive, final will be greater than the initial velocity. Now we have the another type of acceleration, that is that is uniform acceleration. Now third one, we have the uniform acceleration. What is the uniform acceleration? It will be explained with the example as well. Now you can see, suppose a vehicle is moving and its initial velocity is 2 meter per second. When we noted the velocity at V2, its final velocity is 4 meter per second. Similarly, here V3, when we third time noted the velocity is 6 meter per second. The time when we taken the observation, the time was, we just noted the velocity after every 1 second. It is also in the 1 second, it is also in the 1 second. So you can see here, if I will calculate the acceleration for this one from V1 till V2, here is a difference of 4 minus 2, it will be 2 meter per second difference in velocity from V1 till V2. That will be del V will be is equals to 2 meter per second. 4 minus 2, that is 2 meter per second. And the time which is not here the time which I have taken here 1 second, means here was the 1 second, here will be 2 second. 2 minus 1 will be 1 second. Then there will be 2 second time. Suppose if I will further explore you, that is time is here 1 second when we started the first reading, and the here time is 2 second, here time is 3 second. You can see after every 1 second we noted the velocity. Now if I will take the difference 2 minus 1, there will be 1, that is 3 minus 2, there will also be 1. So we can see here for the difference in V1 till V2, the acceleration, if I will calculate, it will be 2 divided by 1, which will be is equals to 2 meter per second square, the first acceleration. Similarly, here if I will calculate the acceleration from V2 till V3, the difference from V3 till V2, it will be 6 minus 4, that will be del V is equals to 2 meter per second, while del T will be is equals to 1 second. Similarly, here 4 minus 2, del V is equals to 2 meter per second, while del T is equals to 1 meter per second. Here I have put the value according to formula. It's the velocity del V and it is the delta T. Similarly, if I will calculate the second acceleration, it will be equals to 2 divided by 1. Again, here is del V 2. I have written here 2, and del T there is 1. So your answer is for A2 is 2 meter per second square. What you are just considering here, there is a for first time what we have seen here, the answer is 2 meter per second square. For second time, there is the 2 meter per second square. What is the uniform acceleration now? When the velocity will be changed, the change of velocity will remain the constant. Every time when we are noting the velocity, the change in velocity is the same. Means for in 1 second it is for the first second it was 2 meter per second. When in other 1 second when we noted, it was 2 meter per second. In the other 1 second when we noted, it was 6 meter per second. So after every 1 second the velocity difference is changed. Means here is a difference 2 meter per second. When the velocity will remain the constant, the acceleration will be considered as the uniform acceleration. Hope you have understood what is the uniform acceleration. All the things are relating, all the type of acceleration are relating with the change of velocity, but the condition of change in velocity is different. In the uniform acceleration, the change in velocity every time will remain the constant, it will not be changed. If you will just see another one, but after another 1 second, if we will note the value of that velocity of that vehicle, it will be 8 meter per second. 8 minus 6, it will again the 2 meter per second. Means the change in velocity is constant. At that time we can say the acceleration is said to be the uniform. So we can define the uniform acceleration as when change in velocity is constant. The acceleration is said to be uniform. Now we have the last condition of acceleration, that is zero acceleration. That is zero acceleration. What will be the zero acceleration? Obviously, the zero acceleration will also be explained by the change in velocity, as collectively acceleration is known as the rate of change of velocity per unit time. Here will be the zero acceleration. Zero acceleration, we will consider the velocity. Suppose the first time v1 is here 2 meter per second. Second time there is also, when we noted the next velocity, it was the constant, that is 2 meter per second, that is v2. Similarly v3, when we noted the velocity was same, that is v3, it is also 2 meter per second. You can see here, according to the uniform acceleration, that was suppose 2 and it was 2 meter per second in the second time. v2 was 2 meter per second, v1 was 0 meter per second, v3 is 6 meter per second. Mostly students confusing the zero and uniform, that's why I have written the example again. Now you can see v1 is 2 meter per second. Second time when we noted, it was also 2 meter per second. Third time it was also 2 meter per second. The time which we taken to for this acceleration, that is first time when we noted the first velocity in 1 second, after 1 second. Second velocity from v2 till v3, we noted the velocity after 3 seconds, means time is increasing but the velocity is not changing here. At this time what will be happen when I will calculate the acceleration 1, means from v1 till v2, if I will calculate a1 which is the first acceleration, it will be, obviously it will be 2 minus 2, which is the del v divided by t. Del v here 2 minus 2 means here is also 2 in the first one time, and in the second time that is also 2. 2 minus 2 divided by 1 second. What will be your answer? 2 minus 2 will be 0. 0 divided by 1. It will be now considered as the zero acceleration. Okay. It will be 0. Answer will be 0 meter per second square. Similar in the second one case, acceleration 2, what will be happen from v2 till v3? The difference will be 2 minus 2 divided by 3. There is 0 divided by 3. The acceleration will be 0 meter per second square. Now you can see here in the zero acceleration, whether we are taking the way we are noting the velocity after interval of time, the velocity is constant, it is not changing, means first time is 2 meter per second. When we noted after 1 second, it was 2 meter per second. When we noted after 3 seconds, the velocity was the same, that is the 2 meter per second. So at this time, when the velocity is same all the time, that kind of acceleration is known as the zero acceleration. And in the uniform acceleration, what will be happen? The velocity is changing, but velocity difference or the change in velocity is the same. Every time it is changing with the same amount. So such kind of velocity, such kind of acceleration, when the velocity is constant, the acceleration is said to be uniform. And in the zero acceleration, when velocity is not changing, there is the difference in the words as well. When the velocity is not changing, here is velocity is constant and here the velocity is not changing, at that time the acceleration is said to be zero acceleration. when velocity does not change, the acceleration is 0. Remember this thing. Both the things are different. Again and again I am explaining you, in uniform acceleration the rate of change of velocity will be constant, while here the velocity will not be changed on any point, so that is 0 acceleration. So here are the introduction, or you can say the explanation of acceleration. Positive acceleration, in positive acceleration final velocity will be greater than the initial velocity. In negative acceleration final velocity is smaller than the initial velocity. Uniform velocity is constant, while in the 0 acceleration velocity does not change. Remember. Now we have some numerical related to this topic, that is numerical number 3.1. Being conscious when you are defining these all types of acceleration. It can be asked as difference also. Now in our homework which I have given you in the last week, that was a problem number 3.1. Yes, problem 3.1, that is find the time taken by, okay, first formula which we studied in the previous class, the formula was velocity is equals to s upon t, and today the formula which we studied, that is acceleration is equals to del v upon del t. As I am teaching the formula, kindly do write your formula on the title page. Find the time taken by sunlight to reach the ground if the distance between the sun and ground, or the sun and the earth, is 1.5 exponent 8 kilometer, while the velocity of light is 3 exponent 8 meter per second. Now whenever you are solving the numerical, just as you are reading the numerical, do write what is given and what you have to find out, such as find the time. What we have to calculate here? We have to calculate here time. We will symbol the time with a small t. We have to calculate it here. Taken by sunlight to reach the ground if the distance between the sun and the earth is 1.5 exponent 8 kilometer. Kilometer is the unit of distance or displacement. So if you are not understanding what the value is indicating you, just focus on the unit. It will tell you that what is given here. The distance we have that is 1.5 meter, 1.5 exponent 8 kilometer. Velocity of light is 3 exponent 8. We are given here 3 exponent 8 meter per second. Remember, whenever the displacement is given in the kilometer, it will be converted into the meter, or you can see the displacement for these numerical should be given in the meter. If it is not given, you have to convert that. I have taught you conversion in chapter number 2. Now 1.5 exponent 8 kilometer. Kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. Whenever you have to convert any unit, you have to focus on the unit which is given and on the unit in which it has to convert. You have to recall the relation between them. 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 means I have to bring 1 kilometer in meter. So what will I do? The larger value has to be converted into the shorter. So we will multiply this value with 1000. That is 1.5 exponent 8 multiplied by exponent 3. I am writing this 1000 as exponent 3, which is equals to 1.5 exponent 11. 8 plus 3, the power will be summed together and your answer will be 1.5 exponent 11 meter. Now you will put the formula of velocity, that was v is equals to s upon t. In this solution, (1.5 exponent 11 meter). Now in this solution, what you will do? Velocity is equals to s upon t. We have to calculate time here, but we are given here velocity and s. What we will do? We will arrange the formula, bring the time in place of velocity and bring the velocity in place of time. That is t is equals to s upon v. Time is equals to distance is 1.5 exponent 11 divided by 3 exponent 8. Your answer, when you will calculate, your answer will be in your calculator will be 500 second. How will you calculate? You will press the 1.5, then 10 power 11 you will, in your calculator, how you will mention that 10 power 11? Here is the exponent sign in your calculator. Just press the exponent sign directly and show the power there. Do not write the 10. This exponent sign will automatically mention you the 10 here. So you'll press 1.5 exponent sign, then 11 divided by 3 exponent sign, then power is 8. Your answer will be in your calculator will be 500 second. In book the answer is 8 minute 20 second. Both are the same answers. Now move on the second one. Numerical, that is 3.2. Just leave the question till here. Do not convert that into the minute. If the answer is, don't be confused, answer in the book is 8 minute 20 second. It will be considered as right. Now 3.2 here. Problem number 3.2. These are the numericals present on page number 44 in your book. Now 3.2 here is a person hears the sound of echo of his own voice from a distant hill after 2 seconds. How far the person away is the person from hill if the speed of sound is 330 meter per second. Now in this question, a person is hearing a sound of echo. Echo means when the reflection of sound. Echo means the reflection of sound means if a person is standing here and the hill is here, when he is speaking, his sound will strike on the hill and will come back into in his ear. Then he will listen the sound. It is known as the echo. Then what will be happen here? It will be the first distance from person till hill. It's the first distance, and then from hill till person is the second distance. So we have to calculate the distance of person and hill. One first distance, and here is the second distance. When our answer will be here, our answer will be from person till hill and from hill till person. But we have to calculate the answer of only person till hill. We do not have to calculate the answer from person to hill and hill to person. So here is the bit logical question. So we can say of his own voice from a distant hill after 2 seconds. What is given here? Second is the unit of time. So time is equals to 2 seconds. How far the away is the person? Means we have to calculate here the distance, that is D, or we can mention it with the S as well. D we have to calculate as a person from hill. If the speed of sound is, means velocity is here 330 meter per second. I am writing here D just to clear that distance can be mentioned with the S and distance can be mentioned with the D. Somehow in book or in your notes it will be D, so not to be confused that. Otherwise I can mention it with the S as well, but to clear your confusion I have also mentioned here with D. Now the distance which we will be calculating here, the answer will be 2D, means double distance we will calculate here, while we have to calculate only the distance from person till hill. Answer will be, which we will obtain, answer will be the distance from person till hill and hill till person, but we require only person till hill here. So in this solution, in place of there is V is equals to S upon T, actual formula is V is equals to S upon T, or we can write down here D as well. Now we have to calculate D here, so leave the D in its own place and bring T towards the velocity. Time is being divided with the displacement. When it will come another side of the is equals to, it will multiply with the value which is given on the other side of is equals to. Suppose I'm just what I'm doing, V multiply by T is equals to D. Fine, it will be the formula now. But what will be here? 2D is equals to V multiply by T. I have just arranged the formula in these 3 steps. Actual formula V is equals to D upon T or S upon T. I have to calculate D, that is why I will move time towards the velocity. Here time is being divided with the displacement. When it will come to another side of this equals to, it will multiply with the velocity. Now I have just moved this D on the left hand side because the value or the measurement which we have to calculate, it should be on the left hand side. So I have just moved directly towards the left hand side. You can write this step after first step as well, not to be worried. Now 2D is equals to, velocity is given here 330 while time is here 2, that is 2D is equals to 660. 2 multiplied by 330, it will be 660. Now this displacement or the distance which we calculated here, it is the distance from person to hill and hill to person. But we need the distance from person to hill according to our question. How far the away is the person from hill? We have to calculate only this one distance. So what will be here now? Remember, I have written 2D just because the displacement which we are calculating, it is total from person to hill, hill to person. Again and again I am explaining you because this question is different from other question. Now leave D here, we have to calculate D only. That is 660 divided by 2. This 2 is being multiplied with displacement. 2 will be is multiplying, when it will come towards another side of this equals to, it will be divide here. So your answer will be 330 meter now. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6 and 0 will remain same here. The answer is 330 meter now. With this, the homework which I have given you in the last week, These are the question. Now tally these question in your copies. Now we have question 3.3, 3.4 and 3.5 as your homework. I am explaining you here 3.5. You will solve 3.3, 3.4 and 3 yourself. These are easier. 5 I am just solving here. I am not writing here the question. Directly I am making the data. We are doing here numericals right now. Numericals on page number 44. 3.1, 3.2 we have done. Okay, I am just making the data of 3.3 and I will tell you the formula, then you can calculate. Now in the 3.3 there is a car is moving with a velocity of 36 km per hour is brought to rest in 5 seconds. Now 36 km per hour, it's the unit of velocity. So here is V1 or the initial velocity. We can mention it as VI, that is 36 km per hour is brought to rest after 5 seconds. Is brought to rest means initially when it was moving, that was the velocity is 36 km. When it is coming, when any vehicle is coming to rest, at that time the velocity will be considered as 0. Whenever the vehicle or any body is in the stationary condition, is brought to stationary condition or start from the stationary condition, in both the condition, either the stationary or the rest, the velocity will be considered as the 0. Initially it was moving with this velocity and finally it was brought to rest, so final velocity will be considered as 0 meter per second after 5 seconds, that is t is equals to 5 seconds. And now calculate its deceleration. We have to calculate here the acceleration. I have taught you this in my lecture, how we have to calculate acceleration. In the solution directly you will put the formula acceleration is equals to del v upon del t. Right now we have only one t, so we will not write here delta t, we will write here only t. In place of delta v, we know what is delta v. Delta v is basically the v final minus v initial divided by t. Put the values of final, initial velocity and time and calculate your answer. And one more thing, here is kilometer per hour. The velocity is here in kilometer per hour. You have to convert it into the meter per second. Remember, the velocity should be given in meter per second for solving these numericals, because our SI unit for velocity is meter per second. Right now unit is changed. Here is kilometer per hour, so you will change this by the given value. It will be multiplied with 1000 and will be divided by 3600. This 1000 is for converting 3600 into meter, and here is hours. Hour will be converted into second, that is 3600 second. The answer will be 0, 20, 20 cancel here. 36 1 the 36, 36 1 the 36. Now here is 10 1 the 10. Here is the denominator is 1, so we should not have we cannot mention here the 1. There is 10 meter per second. Now you will put this initial velocity 10 meter per second in your formula, then your answer will be here for the acceleration. Similarly 3.4 is the same, 3.5 is the same, but the second part of 3.5 I will solve in my next class. I will solve that question myself in the next class. So just do 4 and 5. Yes, 3 you will solve yourself, 4 and 5 you will solve yourself, and your homework is also here. Do equation number 1 in your copy, that is given on page number, first equation of motion, it is page number 38 and ending on page number 39. You have to do that equation as well in your copy also. Do that from book. Do not copy that equation from any other notes. Kindly use the book for copying that equation. Thank you so very much. Hope you have understood all the topics which I have taught you here. The topic was acceleration. The numericals were also relating with the acceleration. Thank you so very much. Allah Hafiz. We'll meet in the next class.